and good welcome, hockey fans, inside the Edge here in Edmond, Oklahoma. This is Curtis Johnson alongside my color commentary tonight, Brad Bose.
Hey, Curtis. Good to be here.
For a matchup featuring the visiting Iowa State Cyclones against your Oklahoma City.
Am I on here? Am I on? I'm not on here.
UCO Broncos. Brad's got a couple of audio troubles, so it might be just me to the start. And away we go here at the Edge.
Testing, testing, testing.
Mondy's going to feather that up to Doucette. He'll sprinkle that in deep. That one's going to be fired back in deep towards Hogan.
Curtis, okay, I'm real high here.
Might be cooking now. Here we go.
All right, I'm sensitive on this dial.
And it shot in on the netminder for the Broncos.
All right, hopefully this is the end of our technical difficulties for the night. Curtis.
I wouldn't put it past us.
It's great to be here with you tonight, and I just got to say, it's been a wonderful week of weather here in Oklahoma City.
Sure has.
It's middle of November, but it feels like we're in August still.
There you go.
For now,
a couple of 80 days out there. It's going to get colder soon, though.
I hope not.
Chiseled up the half wall here. Broncos come into play a 6-10 record on the season. Very close to Iowa State. They're 5-9, one overtime loss and one tie. So pretty even records here. I think the Broncos went into Iowa State and swept just 2 weekends ago.
They did, yeah. They had 2 W's.
Iowa State out of the ACHA for a couple of seasons, returning this season to full action.
It was Halloween weekend when the Broncos beat Iowa State 5-2 the first night. 7-3 the first night, 5-2 the second night as DeMello rips a shot high and wide.
DeMello, the leading goal scorer for the Broncos. He's out there tonight with Thompson and Sykes. Looks like it's the top line. Oh, maybe now Thompson's going to head to the bench, and they're going to get McDonald out. Sent back in deep as Iowa State goes back for it. Fanned on the pass and behind the net as McDonald battles there. Popped out to center where Mondy collects, and he'll send it right back in deep for Sykes to collect. Be shot back in deep. Now sent back in by Iowa State's number 7, Riley Kress. Runs into traffic in the corner. The ref took the brunt of that one. And he blows it dead.
Oh, I hope he's okay. He's
sending some discomfort down there.
Yeah, on his belly, laying next to the Iowa State player. Does not look to be very comfortable.
Hopefully it wasn't a skate.
Yeah.
Iowa State skate.
They did. They had to peel the Iowa State
the forward
off of the ref. Like he's
some
up.
Discomfort here. It looks like he's going to shake it off. Judging by the color of his mustache, he's not exactly a young whippersnapper, the official.
He's been around here for a while.
Yeah,
he's
done a couple of games for us.
He's a trooper.
There he is.
Just like the players, the refs in hockey are tough too.
Yeah. Remember a season or two ago in the NHL when the ref got hit with the puck.
Yeah.
Got about 17 or 20 stitches in his forehead.
I'm not sure of that exact case, but I know there's been quite a few of them. More than just one.
See if we can get Brad's audio all synced up here. It's going to be down deep and sent out by Doucette. That's probably going to go for icing. And
Hogan
they do get the call.
almost won the race to that puck.
Close.
Thought they could have called it off, but they're gonna go for the referees are gonna keep the game safe and call that play dead before anybody gets hit from behind or anything nasty like that. There, I'm sounding pretty good there.
There you go. Hey, get those all synced up. All right, to the right side of the netminder, shot blocked. Now it's sent back in deep by Eaton.
Cervantes might have a new cage on his helmet, or maybe he's always had that hang like
He
that.
might have always had that hang, but maybe just his beak sticking out a bit more. Into the slot, Eaton. Ooh, Eaton was wide open in the slot. Nice play by Doucette to come back, break it up. Oh, could have been offside, but the Broncos get the call. Into Hogan now. Doucette down deep for the Broncos. Tried to cycle it in deep. Nicely cut off there by Harley, and then we got a 2-on-1. Iowa State in over the line. He'll shoot, and he ripped it high. Right over the shoulder of Ferrer. Nice developing 2-on-1 there from Iowa State. Had a chance to capitalize early on the road, but they come up empty. Back to get it is Capuzzo. Up the wall, pinching down. Nicely cut that away, but Thompson's able to keep it in on Capuzzo and bangs him down. Redmond trying to make contact in there against Slot. Comes up empty. Up the wall comes McLaren. Broker had it stripped off his stick, but it's sent right back into the Broncos' end. Play pass for Broker. Whoa, he got walloped. Woo!
Good
Keep your head up.
Play there from Iowa State. Broker's got to get his head up there, catching the puck, looking behind him. I know Broker's a tough player, though. He'll be back up in the next shift.
Took a good shot to the chest, though.
Yeah. I mentioned Cervantes' cage sticking out extra far, and I was thinking it may be a little bit of extra confidence from this Broncos. Not a win streak, but they've been 4-1 in their last 5. Big improvement from how they started the season. So
yep.
They're looking to carry this momentum and build on that confidence.
First-year head coach, a lot of turnover on the roster. Like most things, they take time.
It does, yes. But they're starting to figure things out.
Here's Mondi now. Not exactly a roster stocked full of seniors either, so just some new players betting into the ACHA.
And the young guys are looking good on the Broncos.
Yep. Carter DeMello leads the team in points by a wide margin.
He is actually doubling up second, and that's Redmond, who's in second on the Broncos in points with 10.
DeMello almost 20. 21.
21 points,
yep.
Yeah.
Goal machine, too, currently with 15 tucks on the season.
That's right.
It's a good number of goals.
And that's not a knock on Jeff Redmond. Redmond's having an incredible season himself.
Yep.
Not necessarily known as a goal scorer or somebody that racks up the statistics, unless you're talking about penalty minutes. But he's
taking
been
a stray from his teammate here.
I could do that because I've been his teammate.
There you go.
But
out to center. Now it's chipped in by
Bishop. He's speedy. He's a speedy player. I love watching him come down on a 2-on-1.
Now it's turned back over, and Iowa State will play D-to-D off the half wall.
Redmond's turning it around, though. That's what I wanted to ultimately get at. Is
yeah.
Redmond, not known as a goal scorer, has been on the scoreboard in a lot of games this year for the Broncos.
And Redmond's not a senior or as much seasoned member.
He's got a couple more years in him.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
Now it's Iowa State working it out to center. Sent in deep by Latazio. And there is Redmond up the wall, trying to find Thompson, but it's offside at the Bronco line. Didn't wait to clear, and Iowa State will get tagged on the delayed offside. 14-19 left here in the first period. Shots on goal, Iowa State 3, Broncos just the 1. So far, just about 6 minutes gone in this one. Not exactly the most high scoring and high octane affair.
Teams are probably still feeling each other out. It's the first game of the weekend, so we'll see if the intensity starts to ratchet up as the game goes on, but a lot of back and forth here.
Here's your Broker, he'll send it in deep, no icing. Back to get it, Thompson in there. Met Capuzzo.
You'll know these teams are starting to, as Homan gets a shot from the point.
Nice
Good
shot
save.
by Homan.
These teams will start to feel more comfortable when they can get the puck off the boards and start getting into those goal scoring areas, like in front of the net, at the top of the blue line.
Here's Redmond now, cycling it back. Chipped in deep off the glove. And out is Chadwick with it. Chadwick pumped in deep now by Brandt. It'll be swung around here by Fair to this near side. DeMello met there. And away comes Kula. Kula chiseled it down, and Sykes there to get it. D2D Iowa State. No number 66 on my roster. You got one over there, Brad, on your nice laptop? Shot in front, DeMello, backhander. Saved nicely there by Barron's Gold.
No 66 on the roster, but if I were a betting man, I would bet it's Ethan Garcia. I know Matthew Schlosser is the only other guy without a number on the roster, and I know he's a goaltender.
Okay, there you go. It's going to be our guess. It's back in deep now. Maybe a late add. They don't have his height or weight either. Maybe a late addition to this Iowa State roster here in fall semester. It's chipped in down deep now by Young.
Dumped there behind the net by Chris Young
nice
on the Broncos.
And away skates Eaton. Eaton over the line. He'll shoot long range. Fair comes out. Great shot. Nice block in front. And we got a 2-on-1. Shot pass to set. Nate Miner out to play it. No, waved off the icing. It's met here along the half wall. And we got another 2-on-1 for Iowa State. For the line. He'll shoot it, and he ripped it high again. Same player, Slot. 2-on-1s. Iowa State number 9. Empty both times, same shot.
Did he miss the net on both shots?
Yep.
That's something that
trying to go blocker side high.
You want to try and avoid that when you got a chance in that zone of the ice where it's harder to miss the net than it is to hit the net.
Gotta make the goaltender work, as they say.
That is what they say.
2 good chances, though, for Slot. 2-on-1s for Iowa State's number 9.
Hunter Ferrer in net for the Broncos. I love watching him.
Yeah, they've kind of had a tandem going, changing.
They've been cycling goaltenders a lot.
Yep, trying to find the guy. 3 new netminders this season for the Broncos. Banged into the Iowa State bench.
Now, if you don't know, the head coach for Iowa State is Jonas Hostovecki, former University of Central Oklahoma Bronco player. Figured that's worth a shout out.
Nugget.
And then on the UCO bench, as we've mentioned multiple times, J.C. Dubecki, and I think you mentioned it earlier on the cast. Thompson shot right off the face-off.
First-year head coach. Yep.
Yeah, both
of them.
Yeah, Jonas had about a half a year for the Broncos last year, stepping in after Tom Philbin left mid-season.
Shot right on Rebroker. Comes out to Homan. Yeah, two UCO alumni here meeting as coaches.
And I believe Iowa State, if I'm not mistaken, had a similar scenario to the Broncos, not with the suspension, but with a player stepping up in the middle of the season to coach at the halfway point.
Yeah, Iowa State, they've had a couple-year break away from the ACHA, sort of not exactly sure what happened. The school suspended the program.
They have been on the up and up in the last 4 or 5 years, though. And you mentioned the Broncos are young. I mean, Iowa State is a good mix of youth and a couple good experienced players as well.
Iowa State, perennial powerhouse when I played about a decade ago. We met them in the quarterfinals of nationals both times we won.
And then my sophomore or junior year, Iowa State and the Broncos faced off in the notorious 5 overtime second round game.
Yep.
That might have been 3 years ago.
There you go. On the Broncos' route to a runner-up, national runner-up to the eventual champions Lindenwood Lions.
Yeah, and a bit of a...
who went on to go Division I the next year. It kind of had a bit of a stacked roster, if you could say. Maybe tampering.
A little bit. That was my argument.
If
when
Coach
that
Rivera is
season.
listening, I'm sure that would hit home with him.
Yeah, no excuses though.
No, they were very good though. They had a lot of players that they were
So
getting
were
ready
the
to go
Broncos
Division
though.
I. That's true.
Broncos
That's true.
were. I wouldn't say their heyday because when you were playing, I think they had 2
Hey, there we go.
championships. But
Triple or
not many teams that are a bigger powerhouse than the Broncos in this league.
fifth 5 overtime thriller. What a game to watch at home.
And then I believe it was another overtime against UNLV the night after.
Yep, it was in the
Cervantes
semifinal.
is going to get clipped from behind the net.
Delayed penalty coming up on Latazio.
And that'll give the Broncos their first power play of the game.
Cervantes shaking up down low. Took his helmet off. Looks like he took a rough ride there.
Ken Caldwell is going to come out and take a look. Cervantes is trying to get up, but
See what the call is if they make it a major. I doubt it, but maybe he's leaking.
he looks like he's doing okay. Moving around pretty good.
Some good flow.
I was going to say the flow is flowing. He might have taken his helmet off on purpose when he was down there.
Yeah, exactly. Show it off a bit.
If you got it, you got to show it.
Sure. I was there at one point. Grew the hair out. You ever grow the hair out?
Oh, yeah.
Brad? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got to, right? At one
Yep.
point in their life.
On multiple occasions.
There you go. Quite a discussion down here by the officials. We'll see here what they sort out. This assistant captain Hogan and
Fanenstein?
a silent P. Is that what it is? Probably, huh?
Yeah. I believe it or not, I actually, in the offseason, went to Iowa State to visit their training camp.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, friend of Jonas.
There you go.
And, yeah, I got to know a couple of these guys a bit, and they're a bunch of smart fellers.
Yep.
Good guys, decent at hockey.
There you go.
I'm happy the Broncos were able to get 2 from him last week, and hopefully going to make it 2 more this weekend.
So the Broncos on the power play here, just under 10, 9:30 left in this first period. It is a 5-minute major, Brad, so
Yeah.
Broncos get a big chance here to make it a big lead.
Chance for do some early damage on the momentum scale.
As that penalty won't expire. Nice shot from Doucette. Nice set play there. A little one-touch from Hogan in the bumper.
I like that.
Nice looking play. Doucette just missed it on the glove side.
Matt Russell here on the power play too for the Broncos. I don't know if that's something I've seen as he shoots it from the point.
It's a nice shot. Trying to find it through for Hogan, but
Almost tipped in front.
banged out of there all the way down. As Matt Russell, the Vancouver, BC native. Couple of good Canadians on this team. Here
Also
comes
a young guy.
Sykes. Sykes to the backhand, trying to cut it back. This week picked up and back at the point for Doucette. Down low now to Bishop. Bishop, who can really shoot it. Hogan now crisscross. Up top again to Russell. Russell trying to come down low. Hogan looking for an angle. She scores!
What a goal by Hogan on a sharp angled shot.
Cullen Hogan. And it's 1-0 Broncos. Yeah, you said it, Brad. Not the greatest of angles. But he picked this spot over top of Barron's Gold's glove.
I do not recognize this goaltender from when I was visiting, watching the training camp. But that's a tough one for him to let up from such a sharp angle.
Yep.
But a lot of hockey left to be played, so we'll see how he responds. But
We did have Cervantes go off just now, so
good catch. I missed it.
could have been more dangerous than we think or more severe than we think. So the Broncos will be down to Dunan for now.
Hopefully it's just a protocol and
Just going to get checked out
yeah,
maybe.
just run some tests and see what the results come back like. But
As always, the head concussions is always paramount.
the player safety
Correct.
after the concussions.
Yep, you got it. Here's Mondi now, walking the line. Bronco power play looked pretty sharp there, Brad. First unit.
Yeah, and they still got 3 minutes to go here.
Let's see if they can tack on another. Here's Thompson now.
And now they got DeMello out there on this
DeMello's going to walk the half wall. We said earlier he could shoot it, and he does. Ripped it high. Fine-tuned it too high. Thompson trying to retrieve for him. Redmond in there to do the dirty work. Gets the puck, and then it's banged out of there off the stanchion and down into the Bronco end.
Eaton is fast on Iowa State.
Back for it first. Eaton, nice play. Try to kill some time off this power play. 2:40 left. And the Bronco man advantage. Here's Mondi, the senior from New York. Pops it in deep.
Bishop equally as fast as Eaton out
Bishop nicely turns away.
Sykes coming off the bench.
Here's Mondi. There's Sykes now. They're going to exchange. Sykes on the half wall. Cuts in. Shoots. Nice save.
Good.
Threw some bodies there.
Good spot by Sykes, but a better save there by the Iowa State netminder.
Here's Mondi through a seam, and he just bobbled off the stick of Sykes, or he might have had a good chance. Sykes circles the wagons. Up top now. He'll slow it up. Down Hogan, the goal scorer in front. Bishop fanned on it, and it came out to Wilson. Sent back in deep, and Ferrer will reset it and reload it. 1:50 left in the man advantage. And over the line comes Russell. He'll chip and try to get it himself.
Good hit by Russell.
Separates it. Back at the point now. Bishop trying to walk the line. Nice play there.
That's Slot, I
Good
believe.
stick by Slot.
Slot's been active this game.
Sykes now. A little stumble.
He's got his body there, though.
Keep it alive, though, for Doucette. Now it's turned back over, and now Hogan to Mondi. Mondi stops up, waits for his change. Mondi trying to walk the line. No traffic really in front, can't shoot it. Doucette now. Thompson gets set there. Shot right on, and he just might have tipped that one wide. Now at the point, Doucette down low to Hogan. Shot, Doucette, rebound, shot! Oh, and just over the net. Off the stick of Slot, I think. Another defensive play by number 9 on Iowa State, laying out for that one.
40 seconds here for the Broncos, and they've had a lot of great opportunities so far. We'll see if they can get one more.
Here's Thompson to Redmond, trying to cut wide. Oh, tried to pull it and just lost it off the handle. Now here's Redmond, twisting in front, shot, just wide. Nice retrieval by Thompson, but he fanned on the pass to DeMello. And it'll be lifted out to Mondi. Doucette now. Redmond trying to chip. Oh, just about. Now Mondi picks it up, though. 2-on-1. And DeMello just couldn't grab it. Mondi, 2 seconds and 1. DeMello shooting. Rebound. It's loose. And they kill it off.
Back to even strength, but the Broncos are doing all the right things right now. Just everything but the finish.
Yep.
A couple of really good grade A opportunities.
Ananda in there on the forecheck against Harley. Wing up the wall. McDonald shoots. Oh, he hit the post. And the net comes off the mooring.
Broncos are
buzzing.
Out shooting the Cyclones 12-4 right now. You love to see that, and they know they need to test this goaltender.
Yeah, only his, by my recollection here, fourth start of the season.
That's right, yeah.
Excuse me.
That's what I have, too. Iowa State, unlike the Broncos, who are 4-1 in their last 5, Iowa State 1-4 in their last 5.
Yeah, a bit of a flip-flop.
I was keeping up at the beginning of the season. I know they had a couple against Minot State, who's, I don't know, in the top 5. And Iowa State had an overtime loss, and then one that was a 1-goal loss.
Sykes scores!
Off the face-off, Sykes right in front finds it and puts it right over the blocker of gold.
He won the draw, got it back on a nice exchange from the dot. Sykes roofs it. The Broncos go up 2-0.
Cervantes get a couple of stitches in his temple, and he's back out there. We'll see if he's going to get another shift, but that's good to see that he's returning to the bench.
So Broncos 2, Cyclones nothing. as we creep in the final 4 here at the first period at the edge. McDonald, Sykes, little stick handle around the official there. And now Holman, Ananda now cutting it over the line, turned it over. Wrong place to turn it over, and away comes Kula. Kula chips it in. Oh, and he's going to draw a call. A little high stick action on Matt Russell.
So now we'll get to see how Iowa State's power play looks and how the Broncos' penalty kill looks. Sam Sykes, I know that felt good for him as he's been turning it around slowly but surely this season as he got off to a little bit of a sluggish start.
Yep.
Very uncharacteristic for Sykes. And
just his fourth goal of the season.
So I know he wasn't happy with how he started the season off, but good to see that things are starting to change and he's contributing more on the offensive end for the Broncos.
Some new line mates for Sykes.
That makes a difference, yeah.
Always played with Zach Guerra, who obviously graduated. That's a big loss for the Broncos and a player that Sykes really fed off.
Definitely.
And here's Mondi trying to separate. Here's Slot now. Definitely said his name the most on the Iowa State Cyclones so far.
Yeah.
He's been active. In front, there he is. Just tipped it wide. And so far, definitely has been the most dangerous.
He's opportunistic, he is.
We'll look for the one-timer. He scores.
Ooh. Frank Mondi came out to front that, and he was unable to block it. And then Ferrer was unable to drop in time. He might have had a late reaction.
Samuel Eaton just pounded it home. Beat Ferrer so quick it hit off that back pillow and right out.
Right, yeah. It almost looked like it didn't go in. But
Seeing eye ripper.
Yeah, Rees on the goal line had a good view of it.
Yep.
So Iowa State's going to bring it back to within 1 here with a little under 3 minutes in the first period.
So the Broncos get a goal on their power play, and Iowa State responds.
And now it's time for the Broncos to respond and see what they can do after that one, as they've been in control for the most part of this first period.
Cervantes back out on the ice after having to go to the locker room for some either repairs or observation. Now it's back in behind for Wilson.
Cervantes looks to be comfortable as he held on to that puck a while. Redmond gets behind.
Redmond in front, and he shoots right on. Nice save.
A good pass, too, on the back end there, as it was a little indirect. Off the back, behind Redmond, and then it...
Redmond just used that speed.
Yeah, Redmond's fast, and it puck dribbled behind the Iowa State defender, and Redmond skated right into it.
It's a nice save, though, by...
I wonder if Redmond practices those little one-on-ohs coming down on the edge, because he gets them a lot in these games just based off of his hustle alone.
Speed and hustle.
I know he does practice them.
Insider knowledge.
Yeah.
It's shot in deep into the corner. Ferrer will bang it up the wall for Thompson. It'll be sent right back in, though.
I think the problem by Young. Redmond practices it one-on-one, though. I think he needs to start practicing it one-on-0.
Or have a netminder in the net.
Yeah. Put somebody in the net,
Work on the finish.
Yep.
Iowa State nicely clean out of their own zone. In over the line they come. It's Kula, but it's
tipped up and out of play.
In the netting.
I hope the Broncos get another power play opportunity, because I was excited to see Matt Russell. He's on his one-timer side. He hasn't been on the power play, I don't think, for the Broncos, at least not on home ice when I've watched. And I bet he's got a really good one-timer lining up on that 1T side.
Yeah, one of the younger members of this Bronco new configured roster.
McDonald loses an edge there as he almost had a chance to break away.
That's sent back in deep, and Iowa State's Vandenstein will grab it. Into the middle. Nobody really home, but they'll chip it in deep. To the backhand. That was Johnson trying to find that. And there's Homan off the glass and out. And here's Fanenstein taking over. D and Hinge with his partner. Trying to find an outlet. Does. Nice defended there by Homan. And then it's D and back. No ice this time. As the Broncos had a chance to touch that up.
A couple dedicated Iowa State fans there behind the net. I'm just noticing that now.
Long trip
Yeah.
for Ames. Now backhanded into the netting by Slot.
Up and into the short glass at the edge.
Yeah, the notorious short glass on the far side.
Yeah.
And the near side, I suppose.
Yeah. Luckily, we're 2 stories up here, though.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
We've had a couple of close calls, though. I've never been hit by a puck, though. Have you?
No,
No.
no.
I think maybe. I think I was up here one time with somebody else, and they almost got hit by a puck.
Dang.
Can't remember who it was, though.
No. The closest I did is before we had this
Oh, yeah.
grading out here, and there was one that zinged in through the barrier.
Was that when you guys were on a scissor lift up here?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Good times.
We've upgraded since then.
Yeah.
If you've not been to the edge, it's an upgraded version in here. Shout out Drake Cartwright.
I was gonna give a shout out to him too, because I know he also just renovated the medical
Oh, wow.
medical room inside the Bronco locker room, and it looks real nice.
Nice. You might have to go check that out. Ooh, shot right off the. I think that might have not hit
Yeah.
the blocker, but the shaft
Yeah, the upper,
right on the knob.
the narrow part of the goaltender stick.
Yeah, the narrow part. That's the one. Good save though by Ferrer. He'd say it was all skill,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I was working out something to make it sound like it was skill, because I know it
Yeah.
was. His blocker was just on that outer inch of his blocker, so
Exactly. He knew exactly where it was
I was
going.
gonna say he knows
Yeah.
where his shaft is.
Yeah. 1.3 seconds left. See if Iowa State going to get a set play here.
I was gonna say Slot moving into the shooter position
Yeah.
for Iowa State here.
Trying to quickly win this one back. Trying to yank it back is Eaton. And they do, and they slot. I'm telling you, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
He's been their most dangerous player. He won that. Eaton won that draw cleanly. No, usually the faceoff man of the Broncos, Hogan, usually pretty reliable.
Hogan
but
is good at faceoffs, and I know Eaton is as well, though. for
Eaton
Iowa
ripped
State.
that one back on him, and they almost had a chance. So after one period here at the Edge, shots on goal favor the Broncos 14, Iowa State with just 5. And after 20 minutes, Broncos 2, Iowa State Cyclones 1. Brad, your thoughts before we go to break?
I thought the Broncos came out and did what they needed to do. Started off hot and finished the period okay. They let that goal up late, but I'm sure the coach will address that in the locker room, and they'll come out hot again in the second.
So here at the Edge, we'll be back for period number 2. You are watching Broncos Hockey Live. Hello and welcome back here inside the Edge. Bronco Barn. Edmond, Oklahoma. Period number 2. Broncos and Cyclones locked in a 1-goal hockey game. Broncos got on the board on the power play. Cullen Hogan scored one from pretty much the corner, you could say. Then Sam Sykes made it 2-0. And then the Cyclones responded, a power play goal of their own by Eaton. That's where things stand here as we get underway.
A little conference statistics for you, or division statistics. Broncos right now in their conference have seen a huge jump in the Western Collegiate Hockey League. They are now sitting at 6-10 in 5th position, which is right at the middle of the table for their conference. And then Iowa State in their conference is also 5th with a record of 5-9. But that is 5th out of 7 teams rather than 10 like for the Broncos.
What conference does Iowa State play in? The CD conference?
It's MCH. I looked into it before the game. It's actually the Midwest College Hockey Conference.
Okay.
It's got good teams in it, though. It has University of Mary, recently moved up from Division II, and they're in the top 25 now.
Division II powerhouse.
Yeah, now Division I top 25, and then University of Jamestown, another good team, as well as the best team in the conference, Minot State.
Oh, I didn't know Minot and Jamestown had come into that conference. Those were independents when I played.
Yeah, I think I was surprised by this conference too, because Iowa State, I think, left their conference around that time of the suspension.
And then joined this one.
I think it's a bit of a
little bit of a newer conference.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, there we go. All things ACHA. Here's your guy, Brad Bowe. Shot right on! Just about. This one coming from Max Johnson. Must be good with a last name like that.
Okay, Curtis Johnson, you're right about that. No, I don't know much about the conference. From what I was told, it's been around for a little while. Okay. But, it's clearly a respectable conference, having 2 top 25 teams in a conference of 7.
Minot, perennial powerhouse in the ACHA.
3 top 25 teams with University of Jamestown, University of Mary, and Minot State University. Iowa State just outside of that group, though, trying to make it into the top 25, just like the Broncos.
Chiseled on to Ferrer, and he'll hold on and cover.
Latanzio lost his edge there, trying to pick the puck up in the middle of the ice. He's a fun player to watch. It looks like Jonas might have him playing at forward, though, but he's listed as a defenseman here. And when I watched him at training camp, he was a defenseman. So a little bit of a position change for him, it seems.
He's back at the point. Shot right on. It comes back to him, and he just...
Good block in front by Homan there. All shin pad.
That high. Good block. And here's Homan now. Nice cycle in down for Ranger. Sykes now, the captain, to Homan. A little bit of a fumble, but keeps it moving to McDonald. He'll bang it off the short glass. But it'll be met there and right back in by Myers. One thing Iowa State's doing a good job of is when they dump it deep, they are good at retrieving. So far, they've been retrieving a lot of those pucks and not allowing the Broncos defensemen to get back on it first.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that the Broncos and Iowa State play similar styles of hockey because they don't, but both coaches played here, so there may be some
similarities.
A little bit of identity similarities. Yeah.
There you go.
Because Iowa State, just like the Broncos, hard-nosed, physical, love to get up in your grill and pressure you and make you make mistakes. I'm going to go ahead and go with it. I think Latanzio was a defenseman that switched to forward, but I'm sure he's happy. He's getting on the ice, and he's a big guy, so he's got potential.
Yeah, listed at 6'5", 225. It's a lot of body to move around in front of the net.
Yeah. Also good physical characteristics for a defenseman, too.
Yeah,
though.
you could say that. Here it is up the wall. And it'll be kind of fought in there by the Broncos. Now it's swept up the wall. And down deep to get for Bishop. Bishop now trying to cycle it to Doucette. Doucette trying to cut up the half wall. Mondi now down low. Give it go! Scores! Frank Mondi from the slot. And the Broncos take a 2-goal lead.
Good body movement, good puck movement by the Broncos, and Frank Mondi picked his corner in tight there on a great feed from Hogan.
Nice give and go.
I believe it was from Hogan.
Sure was. Hogan put it right on his tape, and Mondi didn't dust it off.
For Frank Mondi, that's his first goal of the season, I believe.
Wow. Surprising a little bit.
Yeah. Of course, he's a defenseman, but he's on the power play. He's loves to jump up in the rush as a defenseman.
One of an older member of this team.
Used to play forward back when he was,
True.
A freshman and sophomore here. So, but even as a defenseman, he's been good in the stats column. But
Transition to defenseman. Was it last year, Brad, or the year before?
maybe the year before, about halfway through.
Okay. And a 2-on-1, and he shoots right on. As that was Eaton, the goal scorer, trying to pick his corner far side, but right to the breadbasket of the logo on Ferrer.
I don't remember if I mentioned this, but Mondi, another one of those players that transitioned from this time though not D to forward, but forward to D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
I had to do something similar my senior year, actually. Talk about being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Wasn't very good at it either.
So did you switch from forward to D-man?
Yep, that's where they could hide me best. Just sneak me out every seventh shift.
I tried to make a switch to D2 for the same reason as well.
Charlene scores! What a play!
That's his second of the game.
Samuel Eaton, how's she doing? 3-2.
Nifty move over the blue line, a little scoop, chip over the defenseman's stick, and then a quick shot right on the ice under Ferrer again.
Second goal in the same spot, almost right off the pillow.
Ferrer just unable to drop his legs fast enough and shut the door.
Samuel Eaton, that is his 7th on the season. Not going to seem any better than that. Nice goal from the Iowa native. That'll be zipped in by Iowa State, and Ferrer out of his net, up off the wall. There's Sykes trying to take over. See if Sykes can get the Broncos back with that 2-goal lead. So far, Iowa State has responded every time. They've had a little adversity. Broncos got one. They got one right back.
They got a lot of fight in them. That's how they were able to keep those games close with Minot State, Just hustle and outwork.
Here's Sykes now trying to curl back to find open ice. Put it in deep. Trying to barge his way in front. It was DeMello, but couldn't get it on. Now back to get it. Broncos, here's Holman. Had it chipped off his stick. And then right back to get it is Russell. In over the line. Long shot, this time from Slot. Now Doucette picks up the pieces. Doucette on the line, trying to cut to the backhand, and he rifled it right off the outside of the net. I think he might have picked the corner.
Yeah, it looked good, that's for sure.
Now here's Mondi. Off a body. And then Doucette to an open wing for Bishop. He'll chip. It's turned right back over, though. Iowa State, a little bit of a loose pass in their own zone, and it's Bishop now. Turned back over, zipped out to center. Mondi will grab it and send it right back in deep. Broncos in the midst of a change. Just able to tag up. Here's Redman trying to get it to Rebroker. Unable to come up with it. This will be sent the full 200 for icing against the Cyclones.
That's a good icing for the Broncos. Able to slow things down a little bit. It looked like things were getting a little bit chaotic, which can be good if you're in the offensive zone, as the Broncos were, but both teams trying to do a little bit too much in the neutral zone.
Yeah, it's kind of been ping-pong back and forth. No one can really get control of the neutral zone so far.
Yeah.
Not really able to set up a system.
Now the Broncos, though, with a face-off in the offensive zone, and going to see if they can run a play off of this, as the Iowa State's not going to get kicked out of the face-off.
Get the warning there. The, I guess you call it encroachment. Now it's Wilson. Down deep, Rebroker trying to get it to Redman. But he'll just cycle to Thompson. Thompson trying to charge in front. Threw it in front. Now it's Cervantes walking. Nice block. That time off the stick of Latanzio.
Cervantes is a big body. He can rip it from the point there.
Capusco there. He's shot right on. DeMello, that heavy shot. Now it potential, maybe little bit of a 2-on-1. No, Iowa State's going to go for the change. DeMello, a little loose with it. Turned it over. Able to regain, though. And Homan, up an open wing. No ice right here. Waved off as Harley had a chance at it.
Were we able to get confirmation on if Gregory Harley is...
He is not.
No, okay.
No. I did not think so.
Yeah, I figured we would have heard something from Harles if it was.
Yeah, it is not. Good last name, though.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with the first name Gregory either.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm assuming he goes by Greg. High stick, and they're going to call that.
Yeah, high
Homan.
stick on, I think it was Homan, yep. So it's going to come outside Iowa State line.
Almost halfway through this second period, and it's a tight one here in the Bronco barn. Both teams fighting for that next momentum swing right now, it feels like.
Just 8-10 gone. And away come Iowa State. They flip it out. Looking for that flip pay. He's going to bounce right on Farron. He's got to cover. That might draw a little bit of a crowd. Well, nothing doing.
Yeah, nothing too egregious there. Just hustling until the end of the play.
Thought maybe somebody was getting involved there. And Kula. Cooler heads prevail.
Yeah. Not quite halfway through the game, so teams are still mentally in the right headspace, which is good. Hopefully that holds up throughout the game.
Trying to set play here. Nicely pushed through by Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan's got to watch
dangerous.
out for that.
Eaton,
Yeah.
this guy's dangerous. He
Sure
he had that whip draw on the end of the first, and that one he just danced around. Hogan, who's been known to do that kind of similar move there, he moves to block it after he got burned on the first one. Oh, a little bit of a tire spill there, and away comes Doucette. Doucette with Hogan, Mondi joining, and it's feathered through but couldn't connect. And Hogan,
Young back there.
That's Young. Lowers the shoulder.
Way to read the hit coming his way.
The old
Broncos might have got away with one there on the Iowa State breakout.
Little trip there. He's sent in deep. Iowa State's going to start a change. Broncos trying to stretch it. Tipped up. Doucette came up to it, but now he's able to keep it in. And Slot rides him into the corner. Hogan trying to get it to Mondi. Nicely separated there. And Rebroker in front. And Hogan.
Just off the toe of Hogan's stick, and it lifted on him just too high.
He was trying to shoot it right away. Kind of was falling at the same time. Didn't get it. Good wood on it.
Good look by Rebroker, though, to find him back door.
That was a good pass. Now at the point, it'll be just sent back in deep. Now it's Chris Young back to get it. Trying to hold it there. Thompson up to now it's Rebroker and over the line. Rebroker to Redmond, and he shoots. Rebound, it's loose. Thompson had it for a half a second, but couldn't come up with the loose change. And Anna Stein sends it in deep. Risky there from Cervantes. Thompson trying to chip in charge.
The energy's picking up right now.
Rebroker
It
shot.
feels like.
Nicely kicked away by Gold. Redmond now. Thompson in there. On the cycle down deep. Broncos looking for the change. Keep the fresh legs on there. Here's Redmond. Redmond down low. Now McDonald. Has to back pressure.
Cervantes was looking for McDonald up top there, but unable to get it to him.
McDonald, the forward, had supporting his D-man, and Cervantes was down low. Now it'll be chipped maybe too far. No ice. They're going to wave it off. DeMello just chipped that one in deep. There's Sykes. Homan trying to pull it and shoot. Sykes now bouncing puck. Now it's sent right out to DeMello. Sykes off the penalty bench glass. And cross in from Myers. Holman quick up, trying to hit Sykes. No ice as Sykes well ahead of the Iowa State defenders as they were changing. Sykes trying to barge his way to the front. And it's taken over there, and Holman keeps it at the line. Now Russell over to greet him. Now sent right back out, and Russell recollects for the Broncos. There's Bishop surveying. Russell tried to get it to him, but a little bit too far. Now Sykes with a little bit of turnover, and he ripped it high.
Good chance there in front by Sykes. He just missed the net. Can't have that.
Here's Eaton trying to dangle through. Nice play there by Mondi. Nice stick on puck. Knocked that one away. There's Bishop over to get it. Pinched down and kept alive, though, by the Cyclones. Now it's in front. Eaton, nice chip. It's the dangerous Eaton, the two-goal man. Out here at the top line for the Cyclones. It's chipped in deep for Kula to get after. Kula to Pagel. And now Hogan will just flip to safety. Iowa State into the center.
This has been quite the string of hockey here. I think both teams have probably ran through their full team.
There's Doucette scores!
And Doucette, right over the blue line, rips it from the top of the circle over Gold's blocker shoulder. Doucette giving some fist bumps to the Bronco alumni in the corner there.
The corner pocket. Some former teammates down below. Sebastian Doucette with a howitzer. Half snapper.
He deserves a celebration after that one.
Picked it. Gold, no chance.
The unsuspecting shot.
Quick wrister, his fifth of the season. And the Broncos retake their two-goal advantage.
As I was saying, that was quite the stretch of hockey we saw. It was about 3 minutes, give or take a few seconds there of just pure hockey back and forth. Good chances for both teams. Broncos able to make something happen at the end of it, though.
Yeah. Not much of a whistle, and Doucette capitalizes on probably one goal should have back from that far out.
And I believe that was all in the same play where the Iowa State player got tripped up coming out from behind his own net.
Yeah.
So the Broncos fortunate on that one.
Here's Redmond now, creating a little turnover. It's center ice. Redmond, nice move there. The center iceman. That's Thompson trying to barge to the corner. Nice back pressure from Ananda and shot in deep. Iowa State looked to change it up. Thompson on the half wall. Couldn't corral. Good pressure there from Cervantes to front that. Now at the point, trying to curl and drag. Broncos getting a little over anxious there. Trying to fly the zone as they thought they might have numbers. Another good play. Shot right on. Scores!
Harley from the point. That was
Harley.
almost like a circus shot of hockey, the way he was able to keep that puck in at the blue.
Yeah. And then he absolute snipes post in.
Yeah.
No chance for Ferrer. Almost a broken play, though. He looks like he was going to lose it, and he just kind of did the old backhand flip over the stick and then re-corralled and ripped it.
And that's when Dubecki's going to want to run back on film. That wing's got to take the body.
Yeah, exactly. Two chances to get it out both times, and they try to swing and don't stop man on puck and ends up in your net.
But Iowa State brings it back to within one, and after that one, Brandon Harles is going to claim that.
There you go.
Gregory Harley is a descendant. But
there's
I don't think Harley could pull that one off, though.
Oh.
I don't know, though. You played with him. He might have. He was sneaky good.
Harles had some skills.
Yeah.
More of a shootout wizard back in my day. I don't know if he scored many goals from the blue line, but correct me if I'm wrong, Harles. But he scored a couple of shootout goals. So he did the Datsuk. That was his jam. He did it once in a game, and whew.
All skill, huh?
Yeah. What a player. Shot right on by DeMello. That one's right to the eye of the logo.
What a player and a true player's coach he was.
Yep. I did not have him as a coach.
I played under him a couple years, and he was always a fun time in practice just to, ask about what the systems are looking like and how plays develop. You know, he always had a funny answer.
Shot out by Iowa State, who's re-put this back as a one-goal game, and they've answered every time the Broncos have scored.
You said it.
They've had the answer so far. Just the one-goal advantage for the Broncos now. On a goal from Doucette to give them the lead. Here is Harley now with the puck. Trying to dipsy dangle, turned it over. There's those stick handling skills again. Here's Doucette now. Looking to the front for Hogan. It's loose. Rebound and smothered by Gold.
Good chance in front there by Bishop. Just on his backhand, unable to get all of it. One thing I do want to commend the Cyclones on, and this thought came to my head when the Broncos got away with that no call, is I didn't see the players complain. I didn't hear anything from the bench after the no call, and I don't know how much of an impact Coach Jonas Hausvecki has on the Cyclones, but that's not something you see often. Players getting tripped up and then just letting it go.
Yeah.
Not something that I'm familiar with, at least, that's for sure.
Maybe that's just a Bronco thing.
I think so.
Give it to the officials.
Yeah.
We were known for that. Not exactly the most official-friendly squads that I was a part of.
Maybe we still are. It's just talked about less now that we're not
there you go.
winning so many games.
Delayed offside is going to go all the way down to the Iowa State zone as the, not sure what forward that was, but his whole lineup and his bench screaming at him. Just had the earmuffs on.
Yeah. Good to see Cervantes back out there. He's looking good.
4 and some change here left in the second. 4:35.
I dare say this might be my favorite Bronco forward lineup. Redmond, Rebroker, and Davis Thompson. They're just so physical and aggressive on the ice.
Thompson goes to the front of the net right where he needs to score goals. The Manitoba native. That'll be sent out here to him. Shoot, score!
Off the glove of Gold, and that was Davis Thompson giving him the Svechnikov. I think he's trying to adopt that one himself. I saw that one last time they played here against Colorado.
So Davis Thompson from long range, and that's one Gold will definitely want back. Am I right, Brad?
Yes, off the glove there, and that'll be Thompson's 6th of the season. Thompson's been all over the goals column, less in the assist column, but goals are where it counts.
I believe he had a hat trick just recently.
Oh yeah, I know
If
he
I
had.
remember
He
correctly.
had 2 I know of on the road, just against Colorado. I don't know if he was able to wrap the bow up with the 3rd, but
Here's McDonald now and over the line. And there's that lineup you were talking about, that lineup of Rebroker, Redmond, and Thompson. They get on the board. That's what they call the announcers, not jinx, but
yeah. What is the
prediction.
opposite of a jinx?
Yeah, the announcer prediction.
Prophecy.
There you go. Announcer prophecy. Brad Bowes calling it.
I'm not a prophet.
The prophet? No?
but Every once in a while, what do they say? A blind squirrel finds a nut.
There you go. Clock is right twice a day.
Yeah,
Even a broken one.
it is 5 o'clock somewhere.
There you go. 3:33 left to go. Broncos reclaim their 2-goal advantage. We'll see if Iowa State can answer again. We've had a back-and-forth affair so far. Broncos 5, Iowa State Cyclones 3.
If there was one time the Broncos would not want to let Iowa State get this goal back, it would be in these last 3.5 minutes.
There you go. What's the rule? Opening 5, late 5, or last
Well,
2,
I'm not sure.
first 2?
I don't know what McAllister preached when you were playing, but Rivs would say first 2 and last 2.
There you go. So here's DeMello. Back at the point. Zipping a far corner for Mondi to collect. Mondi do set. Skates away from trouble. Back at the point. Shot right on. Trying to find DeMello maybe on the back door there. Mondi. Give and go with Mondi. Or with Hogan. Already got a goal off that set play. Now here's Doucette. Nice pass! What a pass, but to Bishop.
Bishop was able to find a little opening in this slot, and puck was in his feet, and he tried to go far side where the net was open, but unfortunately just went right into the 5-hole, and it was gobbled up there by Gold.
Really nice pass from Sebastian Doucette in behind the net.
He's good back there behind the net. Some Gretzky characteristics. Only about 1/100th of the magnitude, though.
The Wayne man.
They always say, and I know in basketball, Brian Scalabrine is closer to LeBron James than I am to Brian Scalabrine. I wonder what Wayne Gretzky or Connor McDavid would do out here on the ice.
Yeah. Might be funny to watch.
It would get ugly fast, I know that.
There's Doucette. He'll send it in deep. As the Broncos fans try to jeer them on for these final 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here in the second period. There's Harley skating away from traffic. In over the line. Shot right on. Rebound to the corner. And that's sent out to reclaim for the Cyclones.
Broncos going for a change late. They're tired.
And that's a stick explosion. That stick of Young shattered in the corner. On the follow-through, I think just kind of maybe from the shot from Mahoney.
Yep, and he's going to get Redmond's stick as Redmond's going to...
Now Thompson to the back in, and he just shot it wide. Nice play there and pass from Wilson to spring Thompson. Looking for his second.
Redmond going to play defense with the extra long stick here that he picked up off the bench.
So now here's Cervantes. Runs into traffic, his own body. Now Wilson tried to push it through. Oh, it's loose, up for grabs. And over the line comes Kress. Long shot, fair, calmly to the corner. Backhanded and iced. So the Broncos can clear the debris from the corner and get some new sticks.
I was going to say,
Redmond
Redmond can get his stick back finally.
Get a fresh twig.
He was able to take that one for a nice spin. Wonder if he liked it or not. Of course, Redmond was using Chris Young's stick, which Chris Young lost his on the defense.
So now Redmond into the face-off dot. He's going to get waived or just a quick, you get a one warning. Yeah, so the second infraction leads to a penalty, but they win the face-off, and it comes out to Thompson, who can't get control of it. Final 30 here, second period. Fought and battled along the wall. Can't get it out, though, is DeMello. DeMello in front, trying to take that away. Cervantes able to bang it in off the short glass, no ice, good weight.
Wilson,
so they'll try to change.
Wilson had a good read there defensively to stay in between the pass. When Iowa State tried to get it in front.
Eaton, though, trying to take over. 2 seconds and 1. Sykes with a reverse hit. And Hill pushing and shoving after the whistle. DeMello comes in there, big body. And Sykes and
two guys I would not want to pick a fight with.
Kula came together.
You know, I'm too old, actually. That's 4 guys I wouldn't want to get in a fight with. I think there's probably about, 46 out here that I wouldn't want to.
There you go.
I'm a bit more passive these days, Curtis.
So at the end of 2, Broncos 5, Iowa State 3. Shots on goal favor the Broncos by a 10 margin. 26 for them, 16 for the Cyclones. Brad, what do you think the Cyclones have to do to get back into this, and then what do you want to see from the Broncos to finish this game off and close out with a dub?
Well, for the Broncos, I'll start with them. They just got to continue doing what they're doing, and it's really, they're doing all the right things. They're making the right reads, and they have the advantage right now. So they got to just maintain that advantage, keep it simple. And for Iowa State, you got to find a way to disrupt that. You have to get out there, play more aggressive than the Broncos, move harder, get under the skin of the Broncos, at least try to. I know that usually works for teams. So
try to draw maybe a penalty, try to get on the man advantage.
Yeah. And Jonas is keen to that, so I'm not sure what he's going to say to his team, but they definitely got to come out with the edge and try and take that advantage from the Broncos.
And then if you're the Cyclones, you just probably need one big stop, I would think. 2-goal advantage. You're going to need one big save to maybe turn the tide back in your favor.
Yep.
So at the end of 2, for Brad Bowes, this is Curtis Johnson. We'll be back for period number 3 here at The Edge. Broncos Hockey Live.
for the third period. As this third period is going to start off 5-3 in favor of the Broncos. Whoever scores next is going to gain a lot of momentum in this game. Iowa State walking over the blue line. Quick shot on net, saved by Ferrer. I should be joined here by play-by-play man Curtis in just a moment. Slot in the faceoff dot against Hogan, and he wins it.
And we're back here for period number 2.
Number 3.
Period number 3, that's the one. It's been a long wait.
I started it off a little bit, Curtis, so
Hey.
you're good. Just roll right into it.
You good. Thank you for covering for me.
Sure thing.
Banged up the wall here. Hogan tried to get it out, and it'll be sent right back in, but they'll cycle it, try to get it out. Can't do so on the first time, but Doucette gets it out to center. Back for it for Iowa State is Salat. He'll send it in deep, try to get to his own dump in. Nice play there by Cervantes to take him away. And it'll be sent up, tried to on the stick of her broker. Little indirect here on the stick of Crest. Crest in front, and Ferrer will cover and hold on. Into the final countdown that was planned.
I was saying before you got up here, Curtis, this next goal is critical for both teams.
Yep.
Even though the Broncos have a 2-goal lead, it's often made out that the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead in hockey. Because for Iowa State to score here next would mean that then they have momentum and energy, and it's a 1-goal game.
And then it just
And
takes
that's-
one shot and you're tied up.
Exactly, and that's hard to fight off.
Back for it, Garcia into his skates. Separates from Thompson, but left a biscuit behind. Here's Thompson now trying to swing it in front. DeMello to Homan. He'll shoot, blocked. Now DeMello shoots. Net's about 9 feet off and no whistle.
I believe it was tipped.
Net's still off. They're not going to whistle. Let the netminder reset it. Too many men, maybe? Nope. Iowa State gets away with it. Redmond and shoots. Oh, and he just missed. Actually, might have been off the toe of Gold.
Yes.
DeMello, crispy across to Mondi. He'll shoot high. And to try to grab that was Young, but unable to corral it. And away, DeMello now will reset. Nicely tipped off the stick of McDonald. Sykes, man on body down below. McDonald shoots, hits Young, and then comes out to center. Now McDonald nicely passed to Sykes, maybe a little 2-on-1. McDonald shoots. Oh, nice save. Gold.
Kicks the toe out. Gold does.
Off a rebound, off a body shot. Nicely got through by Young. Now Sykes onto the stick of Bishop.
This is exactly what you want to do it for the Broncos here early on.
Keep it 200 feet from your own net.
Yeah, even though Iowa State just got the puck out there, the Broncos had numerous good opportunities there early in this third period.
That was Bueller that sent it in deep. Now Harley over to get it. A bit of a bobble this time off maybe the linesman's foot. Kept it alive for the Broncos. Now Doucette will sweep it in. Hogan tried to return it back to him, but taken over there. And now pinballed off the back of the net into the corner. Now Hogan shoots. Blocked in front. Doucette's going to cycle down low to the oncoming defenseman, Cervantes, who... So the Broncos try to swing it one way, and then they try to swing it back.
Yeah,
Tried that a couple of times on the cycle. Now nicely skated away by Hogan. To Rebroker, tried to return it back to him, but nicely blocked off. Doucette shoots, rebound.
I'm sure it's preferable to keep it off the wall in those situations, but either way, it's not a bad play to just send it back around. If you know you got somebody at the blue line that can keep it in, or if you know you got somebody going behind the net to pick it up.
Traffic's flowing the one way, and you just kind of bump it back with a...
Find the open side of the ice, exactly.
So here's the reload for Fanenstein. He'll double clutch and then find his partner, Caposo. Now sent in deep by Ranger. Redmond shows the wheels in, shoots. Nice save, Gold.
The practice has been paying off for Redmond.
I'm telling you, if Redmond could bury these chances, though, the boy could score 60.
He'd be a hat trick a game type of player.
He's sneaky, he reads it well, and he gets in behind the defense. A lot more than somebody should.
For how much I've seen him practice that move, it's paying off.
Now it's shot in, this time by Slot. He and Eaton have been player 1A and 1B tonight. Ranger, nicely stick handle down low. Ranger reminds me a lot of a 23 that I played with, Jake Daughtry. Skates the same sort of style. Same number, too.
Yeah, Ranger, number 23?
Yeah, yep.
Is that, I think maybe my numbers are off. I'm reading it.
Or maybe it's
That's Max Johnson.
Maybe it's Max Johnson. I got the names mixed up.
But
you got it.
Nevertheless,
calling me out.
I know. I get what you're saying, though. He's a good player. He's got some good style.
Just the way he skates, it just reminds me
of kind of
my good pal Dots.
I guess I wasn't paying good enough attention. Was he skating pretty fluid out there?
Yeah.
Kind of graceful.
There you go.
Now this is Ethan Ranger taking the face off.
I was gonna throw a little chirp at my buddy Dot, so I'll let that one go.
It's as graceful as can be. Yeah, you got to be careful because then you're also throwing shots.
Exactly. I might get a text message or something.
Yeah.
Fanenstein now in deep. He'll send it around.
I'll give a quick shout out to all the Iowa State fans.
There we go.
Listening in on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. A lot of respect for Iowa State hockey and how they're playing this year. A lot of good. I personally know a lot of guys on this team, and stand up, fellas.
There you go. Here's McDonald. Maybe could have shot that one there. Elects to pass, and it comes out to center for Sykes. Reloads it and right back in off the stick of McDonald. Here's Sykes trying to separate. Does so. Now Bishop circles. Back at the point off of Russell, and we got a 2-on-1. Iowa State maybe 3-on-1. They can hurry. Shot Eaton. Rebound! And it's still loose. And then shot to the corner and out of play. Nice couple saves there from Ferrer.
Some good chances. That last shot came from Ethan Pagel. Pagel is, I know him, he's a young guy, and he's got a lot of talent. Coming from Minnesota high school hockey. A lot of good talent in Minnesota. I know head coach Jonas Ostevecki sees a lot of potential in him.
A shot in now by Doucette, and away they come. 3-on-2 Broncos this time. Nice play there on Bishop. At the point, shot to the corner. Young might have tried to find a stick there. 4-on-2, maybe 3-on-2. Shot right on, and he just whistled it wide.
Both teams fighting for this first goal of the third period. Somebody's just got to start hitting the net.
Yeah, some odd man rushes both ways. Iowa State, two separate 3-on-2/3-on-1s. Unable to capitalize, though, on the last one, and this one just missing the net.
Big
Nice hit there by
Davis
Thompson. Lowers the boom.
Gabe Myers was on the receiving end of that. He's probably the smallest guy on the roster for the Iowa State Cyclones.
Comes out to Rebroker now at the point. Cervantes shooting, and he missed on the glove side. Good cycle. Scores! Redmond on the wraparound. And the Broncos, 6.
And there it is. That's the first goal of the third period. The Broncos able to pick that one up, and that is big for the momentum of this game.
Redmond, his 7th on the season.
Nobody celebrates bigger than Redmond, that's for sure.
Nice wraparound off a loose change in behind the net. And he swung in front.
He got one of those on the ice goals that Eaton has 2 of this game so far, so.
Buried the biscuit.
Right back at Iowa State. We'll see how they respond now. So far this game, they've had a lot of answers for the Broncos offense, especially right after Bronco goals.
The Broncos now unanswered. 2 unanswered so far.
Yeah.
After a string of Iowa State being able to score right after.
Maybe the Broncos have figured something out here against Iowa State.
Here's Sykes first on it. He'll touch it in behind. And coming down is Russell. Maybe a 2-on-1 developing. Offside at the Bronco line.
We were clearing up the discrepancy between Ethan Ranger and Max Johnson earlier. So Ethan Ranger is actually the older of 2 Iowa State players with the last name Ranger. His younger brother, Harrison Ranger, number 88, is also on Iowa State. I think we saw him early in the first period. He's young though, so he's got a little bit of experience to gain. Ethan Ranger though here taking the face-off, not so much, as I believe he's a senior this year.
Yep, a 3-year age gap. Ranger in 01, Ethan, elder brother, and Harrison in 04. Crazy to say that out loud.
I know.
As I say those birthdays. It makes me feel really old.
Anything that starts with the 0
I know.
makes me feel old.
Or a 2000th birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah.
Exactly. These kids are my youngest brother's age. That definitely does make me feel old. It's in front, pinballed around here, and then zipped up into the arena off the big blue divider up in the rafter.
Good for structural support, those beams are. We'll sacrifice a couple of pucks to keep the building afloat.
There you go. A little bit of a discussion down here by Coach Hostavecki and athletic trader Ken Caldwell. Looks like we have an Iowa State player a little nicked up down here below. So we'll see what comes of that.
We'll keep our ear tuned in.
Actually noticed former player of the Broncos in front, Davies.
Yeah.
Looks like he's helping out Ken. Maybe back from school. I think he was
so.
going to
I think he's finishing up his
PT,
certifications.
right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So maybe he's maybe interning with Ken, or maybe he's got the full-time gig.
I know he did some form of internship with Ken.
There we go.
And now I know he's wrapping all that up. Just finished his last test, waiting for the results now.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's a full-on adult, you know.
There you go.
As
with
we're all
with
starting,
real jobs.
As I'm starting to realize, you've been there, so.
Yep. The grind, the daily grind.
Yep, the 9-to-5 lifestyle.
Take me back to here in a heartbeat.
We'll have to work on getting some broadcast sponsors, so maybe one day we'll be out of the rat race. And
There we go. Here's Bishop to the backhand.
looks like it's going to be a delayed call on Iowa State.
Be a high stick. Oh,
On the
high
unsportsmanlike.
stick, and then a quick Tensky. Where did he send? Looks like he's going to send somebody. Wasn't happy about that.
That'll be Ben Fanenstein, the assistant captain for Iowa State.
And then Kula gets the quick 10 for the extra, probably nice words that he said to the official.
Yeah.
Yep. That's usually how we talk to officials, right?
Yeah,
Nicely
yeah.
calm.
PG. Everything's
yeah.
PG.
PG.
Just in case anybody's got a hot mic.
Exactly.
You know,
No swear words.
nothing's going to show up on the
Correct.
broadcast later that's
Yep.
going to
Correct.
hit TVs all over everywhere. All jokes here.
Yeah.
Just sarcasm.
Yep.
You can find this broadcast later on YouTube. Which I guess is owned by ESPN, and subsequently, I don't know what's going on, but
Oh yeah, it's a whole
Disney-
thing. No, it's a whole thing. They're in war with each other, Brad.
oh, I've been out of the loop on that a little bit.
Yeah. ESPN with all their sports, and YouTube doesn't want to have to pay ESPN the dollar they want to show their programs on YouTube TV. So they're at war with each other.
Okay.
Yeah. So now YouTube did not have the licensing to put ESPN on any of their YouTube TV
Oh.
channels. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, that gets dirty. That's the nitty
Yeah.
gritty of the
Broadcast world. Yeah.
legal world. Yep.
It's all about dollars. Here's Mondi at the point. Broncos again with another power play. Let's see what they can do on this one. One-timer! It was loose. Loose. Official didn't see it. And he's going to point them outside for the extra chop maybe?
That's
Or
where he's pointing to, but yeah, I guess it will be.
puck was loose for sure. And official just lost sight of it, which he was kind of tucked away in the corner. Maybe need a little bit better vantage point if
But
you're
it's-
the official there.
It's
but-
hard to pull that outside, though. If you're calling a chop on the Broncos or something, well, the Broncos probably saw the puck loose in
Right.
front. so-
Maybe then you'd think it'd be a penalty to bring it all the way outside. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah.
It didn't knock the net off. So, in any case, here comes Mondi trying to find a stretch pass. Gold out of his net to play it, but he banged it in off the body of DeMello. Now Redmond. This Bronco second unit power play. Here's Wilson trying to reset and reload. Now Mondi. Wilson, Mondi at the point. DeMello, half shot. Ooh, seeing eye Whistler. Gold picked it up late. Here's DeMello. Zips it across. Thompson down low. He'll pull it out of there and now create some time. Here's Redmond, 40 left on the power play. Here's Mondi now walking, trying to seam it. Redmond, sure!
Another goal, just like the last one, on the ice. Low glove side, just inside the post.
And Redmond has his second of the night.
And he's hanging up the phone on Iowa State, it seems like.
Did a couple twirls in the corner, too.
And,
Loves to Selly.
yep, 4 goals up. He's still going to go around and give everybody the high fives, and you love to see it. I mean, he earned it.
You know what? It's hard to score goals. You might as well celebrate.
That is right. That's what they say. Broncos starting to feel a little comfortable.
Yep, pulling away here. 7-3 now.
And the power plays have helped him out this
Yeah.
game. Usually it's the power plays for the other team
Yeah.
doing damage to the Broncos, but
Two of 3 on the night.
yeah.
So the Broncos trying to get that feel. They do have a power play head coach. He played a lot of minutes on the power play.
Yes, he did.
So
I'm surprised. It's been quite an uncharacteristically disciplined night for the Broncos, staying out of the box.
yep,
You don't often see the Broncos a whole game with only one penalty.
just the one so far. Message from Coach Hostavecki, don't give up, keep going. A little bit tough, and here's Doucette now with a partial break. Doucette, oh, and he lost it. Just fumbled it off his twig.
Small things like that, the Broncos, if they clean up on this game could be a lot worse than it is right now.
A little bit more out of sight. Here's Eaton now. He's been a bright spot for the Cyclones. He'll rifle it in. Right on the netminder and head for a change. Here's Sykes now chips it in for McDonald to go after. McDonald first to it. And created a little turnover. We got a 3-on-2. Well, here come the Cyclones. Here's a shot right off the skate of Monty. Into the corner. Shot right on Farah. He'll cover.
Broncos are playing with the Broncos are playing with good speed, but it got them in a little bit of danger there as they're also playing really aggressive. So if they're not able to keep their minds right and focus on their positioning and where they're supposed to be on their systems, you might see more 3-on-2s and 2-on-1s, and that's not the scenario you want to find yourself entering in the last 6 minutes of the hockey game. Albeit it's a hill to climb for Iowa State, but nevertheless, you always want to instill the right habits. And
Broker to the front, scores! Robbie Rebroker tacks on an 8th, and the Broncos are out of sight.
That line has been on fire for the Broncos tonight. I don't know how many goals that is, but I would say it might be. I mean, they've had the last 3 goals for the Broncos. Maybe 3 of the last 4.
They're piling it on here. This one's out of sight. And now
timeout from Iowa State as Coach Jonas Hostovecki wants to
tear his players a new one.
Yeah.
It's
address a couple of issues.
Yeah, correct.
And that's his style of coaching. It's not as often these days you find a coach who is
fiery,
yeah. But
is that the right word?
That is the perfect word I was looking for.
Excuse me.
And if you assemble the right team, players, they want a coach like, I mean, within reason, you want your coach to be fair.
Yeah.
But
fair but hard, right?
Fair but hard, and keeps players accountable.
Coach you hard. And he's upset at the effort. He's upset that they've thrown it away and just.
It's not the result, but it's how they're playing.
Correct. Yep. And they've essentially quit, is his message. So it lights the fire because, there's other players that if you don't want to be in the lineup, then I'll find a spot for someone else.
Right.
So, and they got another game tomorrow. So you never, in my opinion, you never give up on the first game of the weekend. Maybe game 2, it gets a little crazy and you're just kind of checked out for the weekend. But game 1, you got to send a message because tomorrow night you got another game. Same guys.
Definitely. You don't want to let the other team smell weakness on you.
Exactly. Here's Johnson now chipping it in deep. Let's see if we can see a little bit of a effort here from the Cyclones. Here's Harley trying to get by, but nice play there at the line. And here's Hogan.
Tied Hogan up nicely by Bishop.
Long shot in on Gold. 8 goals on 38 shots. Maybe not the save percentage or effort that Gold would want. It's a long shot in, and he'll cover and hold on.
Like the Broncos, Iowa State has a good crop of goaltenders. I think they have 4 on the roster.
Yep.
And they've got some skill, too, in the goaltender position. At least at the top, I know for sure. But I know they cycle them too, it seems. So maybe we'll be seeing another goalie tomorrow.
The bulk of the load this season has been William Pinney.
Okay.
He started 12 games so far.
Okay, well, I
he's appeared in 12. And Gold with 3, and Wailata, who is the backup this evening, just appeared in 2 games. So
not as much of a revolving door as the Broncos net, but
yeah, that's a little more even across the 3 main netminders.
Right.
Pendleton's found it hard to get into the net so far this year, but
yeah, Pendle has actually been dealing with some health-related issues. Nothing extreme, nothing that's gonna leave him hampered for too long, we hope. But nevertheless, he's indefinitely out, we'll say.
There you go. Here's Redmond now. Into Thompson offside at the Cyclone line. 4:19 left to go here in the third period. Game 1 of 2 will be here back same time, same place tomorrow night. Broncos and Cyclones for game 2 of this series.
So
the
far,
final game of 4 between these two.
Yep.
As we mentioned early, on Thanksgiving weekend, or Halloween weekend, sorry, the
Right.
Broncos went to Iowa State and won both and get a chance to sweep tomorrow night if they can hold on here with this final 4 minutes.
That would be the dream scenario for the Broncos, and that would put them on a 3-game win streak. And that after a slow start to the season for the Broncos, new coach, as we've already talked about, I mean, they look like they're turning it around now and finding their roles, figuring out their systems, introducing the new guys, building chemistry.
And setting a culture. That's what a new coach has to do,
Yes.
right? We talk about that a lot. You talk about it in pro sports with maybe football coaches that come in and new hockey coaches that come in. It's all about setting that culture of understanding and accountability that kind of has to start with new systems, new coaches.
That's a really good point. And on both sides, J.C. Dubecki for the Broncos and
Right.
Jonas Hostvecki on Iowa State. Not quite a full new staff for Jonas. Iowa State, they have multiple teams in multiple leagues. So he's had a couple of assistants that have remained. J.C. Dubecki in the Broncos, though, it's the only team here, and he's got a whole new staff on hand pretty much.
Yep.
Well, I guess there's some continuity with the broadcast crew and,
Hey, there you go.
and Ken Caldwell
Yeah,
as the trainer.
Ken's been around over a decade at this point.
Yeah.
The best in the biz, too.
Exactly, and a big heart, that guy.
Best in the biz. And great fans. Get the same fans that show up every night.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see more of that student section, though, if we're being a little bit honest. But, hey,
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you
maybe
know.
a little bit down this year.
Exactly. Yeah, students are what do they call box score watchers?
Yeah, exactly. Box
They-
score fans.
Yeah, they'll see the Broncos aren't on a win streak, and then they focus on school. So
Yep. And Doucette didn't rip it. He can really let it fly. I've noticed that. Doucette.
yeah, that was a
He's got
hard
that-
shot. That came off quick.
He's got that sneaky snapshot. He
Yeah.
can really hum it. Looking back door for him. Just couldn't find him. Was Russell. And now Russell will spin it back in deep for Ananda, who's out there for a little bit of a rare shift. He's mainly the 13th forward. Nice pass, though, onto Hogan. And out come the Cyclones. Nicely defended there by Holman. As we creep inside the final 3 minutes. Broncos 8, Cyclones 3. So the compete level has gone up since the timeout, Brad.
Yeah.
After Coach Hostovecki had some choice words for his team. Fiery words, as we said.
I've been yelled at a lot in my lifetime, but whenever somebody that is yelling at me that
Doesn't do it
speak-
very often.
No, just doesn't speak the same language. They have a little bit of an accent, a little bit of, like I know Jonas specifically has a very deep voice, and I would be scared getting yelled at, that's for sure. So,
Jonas, a native of the Czech Republic, do I have that
Slovakia.
right? Slovakia.
yes,
Got it.
close neighbors, but
There you go. Eastern European, put it that way, right? They're a little fiery
yeah,
from my time knowing a couple of them.
yep,
Went to
fiery.
went to school with a couple in high school. And they could be pretty animated and pretty intense characters
But
with big hearts.
that makes for a really good hockey coach too.
Sure does.
A really good coach in general.
So now it's down low. Be put across for, that's Ranger down in there. Ethan Ranger, yep. Peeled out of there by Eaton. Another nice shot. Said his name a lot. Eaton, he's been a force
Yeah,
for the Cyclones. up on the top line. One player who not in the lineup tonight, and I don't know if there's an injury or something keeping him out, but the leading point man for Iowa State, Hender, not in the lineup.
Yeah,
that's a big miss.
That is, and I believe it is injury related. Speaking to coach for Iowa State, he's been dealing with a lot of injuries on his roster. A little bit of fluctuation in the lines, in their special team units.
Yeah.
And that could be a reason why I think they're 3-7 in their last 10. So
yeah, they got off to a decent start on the season. Had an OT loss and a win against Illinois State. Pretty good Illinois State team historically.
Yeah.
Had them down here for the showcase a couple years ago. I think
right.
The Redbirds, Illinois State.
Or when Oregon came to town.
There you go. Yeah, you got it. And who was the third team that
Minot
weekend?
State.
Was it Minot State?
Yeah.
Yep. Minot State that won national that year or lost, or did they lose to Adrian in the final? I think it was that year.
It might have been.
Nicely swiveled away. A little spin move there by Myers. Broker chipping in Redmond. Off to the wheels. Oh, Redmond scores!
Toe drag by Redmond is going to bring the hats out.
Jeff Redmond with the hat trick.
Wow.
How's she doing?
We even got a hat coming over here from the player bench side of the ice.
And then he put it in the roof. Highlight reel.
Yeah.
How's she doing?
That is one for the highlight reel.
Toe drag to the backhand and then sniper. What a goal by Jeff Redmond.
And what a game from this line.
And he is giving it to Iowa State.
Yeah.
The 9th goal. And he's letting them know.
I think he's just yelling because he likes to yell.
He does do that. Nice goal from Jeff Redmond. Highlight reel stuff.
Well, if the last goal didn't seal things, I think that one definitely did.
Yeah, the nail's definitely in that coffin now. It's offside at the Bronco line.
Man, I'm trying to pull up the stats from this game. I can't find them. My internet's not working up here, but I'd like to know what the statistics for that line are.
Are you trying to get the live score, eh?
Yeah, see, I know Redmond has 3 this night.
I didn't even know you could do that. Good stuff.
I've never done it before. I thought I'd try. Since I'm doing color tonight, I thought I had a little extra time to browse.
There you go.
But, I mean, Redmond, 3 goals on that line.
Definitely has the 3, yep.
Rebroker, I think, has 1, I believe, 2.
Yeah, usually I'm better about it. I usually have the pen and I write it down, but
we're having fun tonight.
Didn't have my A game tonight. Long shot in on Ferrer. He'll cover and hold. Final 50 seconds here at the edge.
I believe Thompson has a pair tonight as well.
Yep, Thompson with 2, Hogan with 1, Mondi with 1. How many we had? How many does that get us to?
Well,
Thompson, 3 for
Redmond.
3 for Redmond. Mondi got 1. Hogan got 1. I'm 1 short. And Sykes.
Sykes, that's right, yes.
There it is. There's your goal scorers this evening.
Can't forget about Sykes.
Yep, he got goal number 2.
Yeah.
Off a set play in the first. Way back in the first, it feels like.
Yeah.
Now Mondi will just pitchfork it out to center.
30 seconds remaining here.
Yep. Some of the fans start to head to the exits. Here is Young back for it. Ananda. Cross ice. Hogan trying to chip and does. Hogan going to the net. Doucette, but can't find it. Doucette, the Ontario native, back at the point. Young going to walk the line. Shot off the blocker. That was going wide by about 4 feet. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and that will do it. And the Broncos get a commanding opening win of this series. Shots on goal at the end of 3 and at the end of regulation. 41 favor the Broncos, 26 for Iowa State. That really faltered down the line. We thought it might be close. It was 5-3 coming into the third. We talked in the second. What would Iowa State need to get back into this? That's definitely what they weren't looking for, Brad. And
No.
the Broncos finish off 9-3 winners.
Well, the Broncos did what they needed to do in the third period.
Yep.
They came out and they held their advantage.
Everything that you talked about, right? They wanted to be up-tempo. They wanted to get the pucks in deep. They wanted to make sure they got pucks to the net.
And they kept it simple,
Yep.
made the easy read, and it paid off.
And Jeff Redmond ends the night with a hat trick.
Yeah.
The Broncos have 5 different goal scorers on the evening.
Real quickly before you sign off, I don't know if we do 3 stars.
Yeah,
but
we usually do. Let's give them.
3 stars. I'm just going to go with that line of Rebroker, Thompson, Redmond
Okay,
in
I
no
like that.
particular order.
Sure.
But maybe throw Redmond in
Yeah,
a number 1
maybe
star.
he'll get number 1 star,
Yeah,
right, with the
yeah.
hat trick. Yeah, that line was good. They were on top of it. They were played fast. They played with energy. Thompson had 2 goals. Redmond had 3 goals. Rebroker chipped in with a couple of points. And the Broncos get a 9-3 victory here on home ice to start this series against the Iowa State Cyclones. For Brad Bose, this is Curtis Johnson, our producer, Carson Smith, signing off. This is Broncos Hockey Live.